Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Kisha-isms! Okay. Shout out to Ed for this one. Shout out to Edward Anderson for this one. The Kisha-isms. Ed, you should have never gave me that term, right? So yes, shout out to Edward Anderson for the term Kisha-isms, and he is correct. Black women just get to use it without those, ideas, those concepts, those phrases ever having to be checked or ever having to be, run through some type of filter, or we don't get to have like a truth commission or anybody fact check it or anything like that. And they just get to say these things without ever having those things, looked at. Why am I bringing that up? Let's be very clear. What we have currently in the Black community, as I said before, are Black women using Kisha-isms, right? The Black men are secretly gay Kisha-ism, or secretly on the DL, right? Kisha-ism. We have the Black men are abusive Kisha-ism. We have the when he get on, he gonna leave you for a white woman Kisha-ism. We have the colorism Kisha-ism. We have the Black men don't protect us Kisha-ism. We have Black men are deadbeat fathers Kisha-ism. We have Black men are all walking around here with multiple baby mother Kisha-ism, right? We have Black men are harming us slash femicide Kisha-ism. We have Black men hate us because they hate themselves Kisha-ism, right? And all of these things, Black women get to run around this entire society, particularly in the Black community. They get to use these Kisha-isms and rarely, if ever, get checked. These things never have to go through any type of fact checking, anything. And it's gotten so bad that you even have Black men using these Kisha-isms. And some Black men obviously know what they're doing, they're pandering, but many just use it because it's what their mama said. It's what their auntie said. They seen one or two uncles and they're like, you're right. Black men do hate Black women. And once a Black man has a little bit of money, he's going to leave you for a white woman. Yeah, I'm not going to be like that. Right? So yes, the Kisha-isms even have an effect on Black men, on young Black boys. Right? Kisha-isms. Right? Much of the reason why so many Black women got scammed out of that $40,000 from Miss Rhoda is because they believe in the Kisha-isms. Much of the reason over the past couple years you hear Black women talking about this femicide stuff is because people like Paris Milan and the Black female femicide, right? Kisha-ism. Much of the reason why darker skinned Black women keep on claiming like Black men all hate darker skinned Black women, right? It's because of Kisha-ism. The Black men are dating bottom shelf, heavy set, honey boo boo built white women is once again Kisha-isms. And I'm glad that Ed checked whoever that was in his comments, right? And let me reiterate that too. Black women who use these Kisha-isms, particularly the one about like Black men being with these unattractive, heavy set, white women. The way Black women speak is as if Black men are overlooking Kelly Rowland, Lupita Nyong'o, you name it, Tika Sumters, like Bria Miles, right? All these super attractive dark-skinned women. We're skipping over the dark-skinned attractive women just so we can have a white woman, and no matter what that white woman look like. That white woman could be heavy, mouth breathing, gotta shave every few days, chin hair, stringy hair, like unkept, musty, but she's a white woman. Right? If you listen to the Kisha-isms, if you listen to Kesha, use her Kisha-isms, if you're an alien and you come to planet Earth and you fall somewhere in the hood of America, you will truly believe that Black men are the terrorists, right, of the Black community. They're just going around backhanding all type of LGBTQ Black people, Black women, Black children, Which is funny because wait a minute, black men are absentee, but at the same time they're abusing other black people in the black community. What? And they're playing on black children, particularly black little girls. But they're all in prison. But when they have money, they leave you for a white girl. What? How are all these things happening all at the same time? Right? How are all of these things happening at the same time? And y'all give Z about 1 minute. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. All right, everyone, give Mr. Z 1 minute. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. And we're back. What's going on, Ed? What's going on? You know, I'm using your Kisha-ism right now. We're going through what you said about Kisha-isms. Look, you should have never gave me that term, Ed. You should have never gave me that term. Right? And shout out to Edward Anderson. But yeah, Kisha-isms. All the stuff they say that don't get fact checked, that just go like it's just some type of like witticism. It's some type of like, oh yeah, that's 100% true. Yeah, you're right. Black men are just running around here secretly on the DL, and they're wiping up all the white women, and yeah. And they're all broke and dusty. Meanwhile, at the same time, when they do have money, they'll leave you for a white woman, et cetera, et cetera. All these Kisha-isms that don't get fact checked in the black community. Right? Kesha-nomics is the next one. I will make a video about Kesha-nomics. Don't do it, Ed. I'll do it. I'll do it. Right? So, you know, and that's what we have to go through. Understand much of the reason why the Black Manosphere even exists. Much of the reason why we have the Dr. T's and the Dr. Green Gorillas, right? Much of the reason why we even exist is to combat the Kisha-isms. The Kisha-isms were able to run the yard for the past, 40 years, when white society helped to divide the black community even more, black women and black men, and then gave black women the microphone, right? And then black women got to run around this entire society using Kisha-isms, right? Got to run around the entire society using Kisha-isms. And it was just assumed that they're right, right? It just was assumed that they're right. And so this is us now fighting against, you got PhD. Do you understand that we got PhDs that have to use their time fighting against stupid hood witticism? Because our society is that goddamn anti-black male, anti-black man, that they gave angry, bitter, resentful, wannabe white women, black women, the microphone to talk crap about black men for the past 40 years? Right? To the point, and I said that earlier, Ed, exactly, to the point where even some other black men understand what I'm saying. Other black men use Kisha-isms against other black men. Are you serious? let's make it even crazier. Other straight black men. We ain't even talking about the LGBTQ brothers because they're definitely using Kisha-isms against straight black men. That goes without saying. But other black men, straight black men, use Kisha-isms against black men, straight black men. Right? I would like to direct you to Dr. Umar Johnson. I would like to direct you to FD Signifier. Right? I would like to direct you to the other brothers that FD Signifier was talking to when they were talking about the Ebony K. Williams thing. Eddie and I can't remember what the other brother name was. And it just goes, it's just assumed that, yeah, you're right. Yeah, black men are secretly gay. Yeah, black men are abusive to black women. Yeah, black men do want to be white patriarchs. Meanwhile, the same black women complain about black men not providing and protecting, which is definitely a tenet of patriarchy. Wait, do you want patriarchy or don't you want it? Do you want it or do you not want it? Oh, wait, you want patriarchy by feminist specification. So you want black men to pay, to provide, and to shut the hell up and don't expect to lead. Because, then you're going to what? Use white people's microphone, white men's penis, to spread more negative PR about black men and use your Kisha-isms, right? It's this old-timey wisdom, these sayings that these people just throw out there, and those things just go, they're not fact-checked. And now that we're in the age of the internet and the internet and social media has democratized the town square, and now we're doing fact-checking, and now we could pass CDC, information and polls and data easily. Now it's harder to just spread the negative PR, and they don't know what to do. So now they say, okay, we're just gonna abort black male babies. Right? Now that when they do say something, we could fact check it, right? Instantly, practically instantly. Now they're just saying abort black male babies. Now you got the women that told you they didn't care to get married. Now they're trying to fact check us. Shout out to you, Kim Foster. I saw that video about you talking about black marriage and who's been married and who hasn't been married. I got a response. It's coming. Right? So even the black women who claim they don't want to be married just so they can protect the black sisterhood, right? Just so they can protect the black sisterhood, now they think they're going to come up with a response. Black female academics trying to come up with a response, even though they don't care for marriage and they don't want to be part of this patriarchal nothing, right? Maybe we should call it Kesha. How am I going to pronounce this? Kesha-nocracy? Let's see, how are we going to pronounce this? Huh? Yeah, Kesha-nocracy is something about that don't sound exactly right. We gotta find a way to smooth that out a little bit, right? But yeah, so these people are like, they've been spreading this propaganda almost unfettered for the past 4 or so decades, and no pushback. And now that they're looking real sick, now they don't know what to do. Yeah, you got played by Rhoda because of those Kisha-isms. You got played by Carly Russell because of those Kisha-isms. The lady who ran her car through traffic and killed those other people, that black woman, because of Kisha-isms. A relationship. So the man break up with her. She feels so quote unquote distraught that she thinks, oh, you screwed the whole world. And here's the thing: you want to know how God worked? God made sure she's alive, so you don't even get to die and not suffer the consequences. No, you killed those people, and now you got to suffer the consequences. You're alive. Now what? Kishocracy, Kishocracy, Kishocracy. There we go. Thank you, Doug Vulcan. Kishocracy sounds way better. That's smoother than what I was saying, right? And that's all it is. And it just is assumed that and you know, conversation I was having with FD Signifier once again. I bring this up every once in a while. When I told him, hey, you know, half of these sisters are just mad about who didn't want them in high school, and they're 30 and 40 something still throwing a fit. He was genuinely like, oh my God, I never thought of that. What? Right? You never thought of that? You Now let me know you ain't listening to them talk for real. You came over here to chastise us and try to tone police us without actually listening to what the women's complaints really are. If you listen to their examples, most of it go back to childhood, right? Most of their resentment go back to childhood. And that's from all of them, from Kim Foster to Real Talk with Yeti to Chrissy to Khadijah. Listen to them, right? All little bitter, angry adults who's mad about who didn't want them in high school. Kisha-isms. Oh, the light skinned girl. Where they got that from? Wait a minute. You talking about the little 17-year-old that found the light skinned girl more attractive in high school? And you fucking 43? Oh, yeah, we're using profanity today. Yes, we are. Kisha-isms. And that type of rhetoric gets to run the yard in the black community. And you have FD Signifier, who has a master's degree, who dropped out of the PhD program, and I genuinely believe that he would have got his PhD had he stayed in his program. Right? Who's putting together these think pieces and these video essays that are well edited, thoughtful, but yet you never considered that much of what you're hearing from black women is coming from childhood quote unquote trauma from not being desired by boys, and that their Kisha-isms are a bunch of bull, right? These Kisha-isms were a lot. As a matter of fact, the movie Waiting to Excel is a goddamn movie full of Kisha-isms. The good guy, square guy, garbage sex. The guy with good sex, Tyrone, garbage dude. Black man with money, cheating on you, then leaves you for the white woman. Other brother, secretly gay. Immature son, black son. A movie full of Kisha-isms. A movie full of Kisha-isms. For Color Girls, a movie full of Kisha-isms. Kisha-isms that don't get questioned in the black community. It's just assumed that they're right and correct, and that that is how black men operate, right? Yeah, that's black men. That's black men all day, every day. Kisha-isms. All of that secretly DL talk. If you're a young millennial or Gen Z, y'all have no idea that secretly DL thing, all because Terry McMillan didn't know how to choose them. So now black men got to be secretly gay because you couldn't make it work with ADOS men in America. Yo, crazy ass. You couldn't make it work with ADOS men in America, so you thought you was going to go to Jamaica and go find you some young, immature, young, inexperienced lover boy. I was a child. I could smell the LGBTQ porn out of that goddamn that goddamn man's pores. I was a child. I'm like, this dude. You know what? Why? Because Mr. Z knew Jamaicans. That's why. Mr. G, Mr. Z knew Caribbean men. Wait a minute. Are you sure? Terry, are you sure? That dude come off a little, a little limp-wristed to me. Okay, fine. So you thought you was gonna cheat the game. Shout out to all you passport girls. You thought, and by the way, y'all be going through the same thing when y'all date non-black men from outside the country too. Yeah, they might not be LGBTQ, but they paying you for the money. If you don't believe me, go ask the sister that ended up with that Dominican dude that played her ass, right? So Terry McMillan, who couldn't make it work with 80 men in America, so she thought she was going to cheat the game by ending up with a non 80 man from the Caribbean, pick a young dude who she was hoping was naive and that knew how to kiss her ass. Didn't make it work with him. He come out the closet to her. And because that happened to her, all of a sudden, now black men are secretly DL because Terry McMillan can't make it work. That lets you know how much y'all refuse to accept accountability. You refuse to accept accountability for your own actions, thoughts, and feelings so much that instead of owning that Terry McMillan thought she was going to be able to cheat the game by ending up with a young dude or a dude that was younger than her from the Caribbean that to her seemed like a pushover and a lover boy. And let's be very clear, she was probably the one pushing up on him. We all done seen the cougar that's really preying on the young dudes. Nobody want to talk about that. So he saw a meal ticket and a way to get to America, and he used it. But instead of y'all framing it like that, all of a sudden black men are secretly on the DL, a Kisha-ism, right? Instead of y'all being honest that y'all are initiating those DV situations in black homes, black men just come home and they don't see their meatloaf on the table and then they just start backhanding everyone in the house. Really? Meanwhile, the data shows that y'all are initiating these situations, right? Meanwhile, the data is showing that y'all are initiating these situations. A Kisha-ism, right? Once you get on here, leave your ass for a white girl. Really now? Who's the one filing for divorce? Kisha-ism. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Is it black men the one telling black women they can't measure up to white women? Or is it black women telling black men that they can't measure up to white men? Uh-oh. Kisha-ism. Right? Bruce Wayne, you kill Batman, you're killing me, Batman. He's saying I'm in the zone. Oh, he's saying I'm breaking my hand on Kesha. I think so. I think that's what Batman's telling me. Right? Yeah, exactly. Forever blessed. Exactly. Everybody catching backhands. That's how they talk. If you let Kesha talk, especially college-educated Kesha, the academic Kesha, the way what we gonna call her? Kesha the academic. The way she talk is black men, black straight men come into the black community. I don't know how that's possible. I thought we were all in prison, but whatever. I guess for the handful of us that's not in prison, we're angry at the white man because our white boss done chewed us out or whatever. Then we walk home to the black community, and then we walk out and we start backhanding everybody. From the second we get off the bus, wherever the black community is in your neighborhood, in your city, excuse me, We just start backhanding all the black LGBTQ brothers, backhanding them. Black LGBTQ sisters, backhanding them. Black children, backhanding them. Black women, black straight women, backhanding them. We just backhanding them. We get inside, we kick the dog, we kick the cat, right? You let these people talk, and to the point you got, oh boy, you have black people, black men and black women, academics, writers. Literally, you imagine what it must. Who are you to come up with an article to say black men are the white supremacists of the black community and use stuff like eat the big piece of chicken? You fucking coward. You're so scared of black women, you're saying that about black men? You got your tongue so far up black women's ass, you saying that shit about black men? And remember, wasn't that around the time when the whole BIE thing came out? You have Ashley Acuna from the Grapevine. Somebody said something on her show, and she was like, "Oh yeah, they are terrorizing us." Something like that. She just said that low key, kind of under her breath, but it was loud enough for everybody else to hear. And all of this is happening around the time with the BIE, right? If you don't know what BIE is, I need you to look it up. I don't want to say it on my channel. But those of you, don't type it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Hopefully y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, giving them that work. Okay, there we go, y'all. Tell y'all Mr. Z Creole is trash. Absolute dumpster fire. My dad would be so embarrassed. Oh, wait a minute.
Warning in about 15 miles from current location.
That's my car warning me that I live in South Florida. My car saying, weather alert. Negro, you live in South Florida, and it might be some rain and some thunder and lightning within a 15-mile radius of where you are. Right? But yeah, so the Kisha-isms they're not challenged. You have people like Dr. Umar Johnson using Kisha-isms, FD Signifier using Kisha-isms, right? It's just assumed. The little light-skinned chick that we all covered a few months ago that was sitting in her car talking about black men this, black men that, using Kisha-isms. You have the young lady that Kendra G interviewed. That was a couple months ago or a few weeks ago, talking talking crazy about black men. Meanwhile, she said every white man they love you so quickly and using Kisha-isms. But that's what happens when you are allowed to have the microphone for at least 40 years, practically unchecked. You really think you're saying something. I'm telling you, black women don't know how to respond to the fact that the internet and social media has democratized the town square. They don't. What we've been hearing from black women, especially over the past 5-6-ish years, is proof they do not know how to respond to black men. They don't. Because for the past 40 years, they ran the yard with the conversation. White society gave them the microphone and said, oh, do your worst to black men. White feminists, white female and white male academics gave them academia and said, go ahead and critique black men, really talk crap about black men, talk shit about black men under the guise of being honest about what's going on in the black community. Right? Under the guise of speaking one's truth. Right? And now that they have black men giving them that work, shout out to Bruce Wayne, shout out to Batman. Now that they have black men giving them that work and being able to critique them, and we don't have to go through academia where they got the whole game rigged, right? Kim Foster could do all that talking. She don't know how to respond to this because there's way too many examples of the unhinged women telling us the truth. The young women that don't have the couth yet, they don't know how to hide their words that well, or they just refuse to. They're being way more honest. You still trying to hide behind 4 and 5 syllable words and a Harvard degree. Let me talk to your hood sister and find out what it really is. Okay, there we go. Right? Let me go talk. Move over. Let me talk to Yanni. Oh, okay, yeah, that's lifestyle. Yep, thank you. There we go. Right? I want to be a kept woman of leisure. There we go. There we go. Right? Let me talk to Ebony K. Williams. There we go. There we go. That's what it really is. Uh-huh. Let me talk to who? Khadijah. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. White women get to be rageful and white women get to do this, and you as a dark-skinned black woman, you can't. Okay, that's what it really is. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, dear Kim Foster, you could do all that talking you wanted. Right? Y'all could do all that talking you want to do. Y'all give Mr. Z 1 second. 1 second. Ms. Z is calling. Give Mr. Z 1 second. Y'all bear with me. Give Mr. Z 1 second. And we're back. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me see. Oh yeah, yeah, the Tyler Perry thing, right? Countless of videos that I subscribed to were pissed at Tyler Perry. For what? Now, was Tyler Perry correct about black men earning less than black women? No. Paying only one bill, the light bill? No. That's not what's going on in these homes. Stop it. But I guarantee you that's because there's two ways. Either he was saying that to lessen the blow so he could throw black men under the bus a teeny bit, so that black women so he could throw black men under the bus a teeny bit, which is a lot of bit. Or, once again, Kisha-isms, Tyler Perry actually believes that black women earn more than black men. Let me say that one more again. Tyler Perry actually believes that black women on average earn more than black men. And that black men are only paying one bill at the home. Which means he actually believes the women around him in their Kisha-isms. It is very possible that Tyler Perry really believes. Because remember, Tyler Perry, this second go around, he's been making money for a little minute. He's been making money this second go around for a little while. So it's very possible that he's removed enough to truly believe these women who are. Let me say this to you, Mr. Tyler Perry. I don't believe that you're ever going to listen to Mr. Z. You don't know who I am, whatever. But just in case, for the 0.000000001% chance that you will fall onto this channel and you listen this far, these women are assholes, brother. I don't know. Man, it's so hard. It's difficult to explain to people who's like not regular black men, normal 9-to-5 black men. Y'all raised asshole, mean, condescending, snarky for no reason, sassy for no reason daughters. I don't know how better to explain it. I can't hide behind softer language. Your daughters are mean, bro. And I know, like, Tyler Perry, from my understanding, still doesn't have children. I think, wait, does he? Does he have one? Right? I think he has one now, right? Something like that. I'm not sure. Somebody, explain to Z. But, dear Mr. Tyler Perry, your daughters that's in their 20s and their 30s and maybe even early 40s are absolute. The best way, like I always say it, they may be great students. They may be great employees. They might even be good children, right? Your child might be a great child, look out for you, come and see you at least once a week, call and check up on you. But your daughters are absolute terrors in relationships. They're delusional, mean, materialistic, condescending, snarky assholes. And they hide behind negative stereotypes that the women of your age group help to propagate, Mr. Tyler Perry. And so when you come around and try to, and I know what you were doing, trying to tell black women, hey, relax with all this weirdo stuff, right? Like, all this hyper materialistic stuff. What about love? Those women laughed in your face, Tyler Perry. Essentially, black women are laughing in Tyler Perry's face. Love? Forget paying these bills. Where's my Benz? Right? Where's my Benz? Love? Who's going to pay for this, 5-star hotel? Excuse me, this 5-star restaurant and this exclusive hotel. Who's going to pay for that? Love? Who needs that? I need a lifestyle. Right? So it's very possible that Tyler Perry really believes in these Kisha-isms. It's possible. Or, like I said before, he could have just said that just to give black women something. Right? Throw black men under the bus a little bit. The bus caught our leg. Right? One of our legs is gone. But these Kisha-isms go unquestioned in the black community. It's just assumed, right? It's just assumed that these people are, like, honest. Right? That's my point exactly. Yes, Vegas Dev. Yes, Vegas. So basically, they stereotype us just like any white supremacist would. Yep. Exactly. That's my point. The Kisha-isms. And shout out to Edward Anderson. Ed, you should have never gave me this one. You should have never gave me this one. Right? And it's not like Ed literally gave it to me. He mentioned it on his live from yesterday. He said these Kisha-isms, and I was like, oh, nigga. You know when you hear something from someone and they just kind of randomly throw it out there, like, and Dr. Thunder has said that about me too, right? So I'm saying that about Ed, but Dr. Thunder said that about me, which is like, we're talking and we're saying things, we're formulating these ideas, and we're, a stream of consciousness, and then we say something and other people are like, oh shit, now that was a good one. Right? But yes, the Kisha-isms, the unchecked, not fact-checked Kisha-isms that many black women get to get away with. They get to speak this way, and like nobody ever questioned, wait a minute, y'all said black men are deadbeat fathers, and the ones that are even in the home, they're removed, they're not hands-on fathers. And meanwhile, CDC data shows different. Right? Y'all are saying that black men with a little bit of money leave y'all for white women. But the data shows that even black men that earn over $100,000 a year, at least now it's starting to decrease for real, for real. But yeah, or better yet, increase. But black men that earn over $100,000, like 80%, 80 was it 82, 83% of them still marry black women, right? Y'all say black men are all out here chasing after light skinned women. Meanwhile, what's homegirl name? Paris, whatever, what Tiana Paris or whatever her name is, the actress that we can't keep her goddamn name out of our mouth. The one that was in They Cloned Tyrone. Dark skin sister. We can't keep dark skin. Once again, dark skin black woman. Belly came out in what year? We still talking about Kesha. When did Belly come out? 20 years ago or something like that? We still talking about Kesha. But the Kisha-isms tell you, oh, black men don't find dark-skinned black women attractive. You know, it's all about the light-skinned girl and the racially ambiguous and the exoticals. Kisha-isms. Kesha-isms. We've propagated Kesha-isms so much in the black community. Straight black men use Kesha-isms against other straight black men. Oop, that was another person that used Kesha-isms. Robin Givens. Robin Givens should have been persona non grata after being married to Mike Tyson. Nobody in the black community, definitely not no black man, should have touched her with a 10-foot pole. Robin Givens still gets to walk around here like everything is all right. Right? And this goes back to what Ed was saying. No, we're not going to get no real apology from black women. Because it doesn't matter whether what they say is factually accurate or not. It's not about that. Thank you, Tiana Taylor. Thank you, Hermes. Right? Right? It's not about whether it's factually accurate. Rhoda was dead ass wrong. Lied and got $40,000+ at the deal. Black women then turn around and say, well, your response to her lying was telling. The fact that y'all said she didn't deserve protection is more important than the fact that she lied. What? Not even just lied. Let's be very clear. Played on the stereotype that black men are aggressive to black women, attack black women, and she also played on the stereotype that black men don't protect black women and allow other black men to assault black women in their presence. That is less important than the fact that certain black men said, yeah, she's not deserving of protection, including Mr. Z saying, yeah, she's not deserving of protection. But that's more important than the fact that she straight up lied. Tiana Paris, goddamn, yes. Right? Really now, that's what we are. So Kesha gets to propagate her Kesha-isms. Practically unchecked. We just started really back with this type of effort That we're in brush put back in the 80s, definitely in the 90s and early aughts, we just didn't have apparatus. Articles, if you're lucky, you write a book, if you're lucky, if you're too lucky. But who was putting you on camera? Who was putting you on the radio? They needed black women to walk around their ass walker ass stories, their post Jamaica coming out the closet story. Right? Right? I got kicked. I don't even know. Right? Let me get one in the chat if you guys can hear me. And while you guys are doing that, Big Kev says, and thank you for the chat, Big Kev. Most think we can be saved via dictator policing black men. Yes. If black men get down, because the way FD signifier to explain it, right? Look, the black will never be allowed to be a patriot. Oh. So black women, community, by default, the black community is a matriarchy. And that's just something that's going to have to accept. Now, remember, when he says, I'm not necessarily advocating for his work, I'm not necessarily advocating for anarchy. Currently, black men will be allowed to run the black community. All right, fine. Then black men run themselves. Right? Oh, you guys said I'm borging. Wait a minute. Okay, let's see if I can get to somewhere else. Hopefully you guys can hear me better now or now or now or now or now or now. Y'all let me know when y'all can hear me better. Right? Can you guys hear me now? What about now? How about now? Right? Okay, loud and clear. All right, I gotta go somewhere else then. Okay. As I was saying, because I need to repeat that, it's very important. Like FD Signifier was saying to Ed on Bernard Riley, the black community will never be allowed to be a patriarchy or be male led, right? Okay, fine, cool. Disagree, but I understand. I understand where he's coming from with that. Fine. So, by default, the black community is a matriarchy. Now, according to FD Signifier, that doesn't mean that he's advocating for any type of hierarchy. Remember? Remember him saying that on Bernard Riley, right? So that means black women can lead themselves then. What world? Y'all, FD Signifier got to explain this to me. What world are black men still supposed to be supposedly some providers, protectors, and then don't get the final say? Right? In what world do black men be these hyper providers, or even if they're not hyper providers, 60-40 split, 70-30 split on the bills at the home? In what world are black men doing that and then they don't get final say? Screw that. In what world do men? Show me the man, dear black women, dear FD Signifier. Show me the man, whether he's white, black, Latino, Asian, or otherwise, who pays 70-30, 80-20, 100% of the bills, even 60-40, and he don't get the final say. What man is going to sign up for that with black women? with a black woman. Show me where that exists. Right? So if the argument is that the black community will not be allowed to be a patriarchy, okay, we're going to feign egalitarianism. Meanwhile, black men, your life is still the one on the line. If anything goes bump in the night, so it's really not egalitarianism. It's not you and her going down the stairs. Both of y'all got y'all guns ready. You know, you got the shotgun, she got the handgun, or whatever, however it's going to work. She got the semi-auto, you have the shotgun. No, 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 no. It's you going down the stairs by yourself, whatever you got. It could be a goddamn butter knife. So we're going to feign and use this word egalitarianism, right? Meanwhile, it's really a Kesha-ocracy, right? Meanwhile, it's really ran by the black women, right? And you're supposed to put your life on the line for them. Right? I'm not the one who came up with Kesha-ocracy. I'm not the one who came up with it, but I was trying to say Kesha. How was I saying it before? Kesha-ocracy, but I needed it to be smoothed out, and I'm trying to remember who. I'm going up. I'm going up because I got to give the brother his. Yeah, and Dark Vulcan was the person that smoothed it out for me and said Kesha-ocracy. Right? GC said, "Oh man, Kesha-ocracy. You heard it here first. Shout out to Dark Vulcan. Kesha-ocracy. You heard it here first." Right? And the Dark Vulcan says she got the knife, so when the robber appears, she can stab you and throw you to the robbers. Oh man. The way they acting in the society right now, hell yo. Right? But it's just assumed. Ebony K. Williams ran around throwing a fit because she's feeling that age. She's throwing a damn temper tantrum, and it was just assumed that what she was saying is true. That black men are not on her level, and okay, fine, date out. Oh wait a minute, you did that. Uh-oh. Right? The Terry McMillans, the Alice Walkers, the Bell Hooks get to run around the black community, and everything they say about black men is just assumed to be correct. Kim Foster, the Kim Fosters of the world, right? It's just assumed to be correct. Right? You have black men. Tyler Perry, FD Signifier, Dr. Umar Johnson, Steve Harvey, Shaq, all using Kisha-isms. And it's assumed to be correct. All these people using Kisha-isms. And these are prominent people. These are not just nobodies. It's assumed to be correct. Dr. Richie, Willie D, Boyce Watkins, all these people using Kisha-isms. Gayle King playing on Kisha-isms when Kobe Bryant dies, to the point where she's trying to pressure another black woman to give her one of those, yeah, Kobe Bryant, yeah, he was cheating on his wife, and he was, yeah, when we would go out, yeah, he would be trying to flirt with other women, and try to get me to get other women's numbers. Gayle King's trying to pressure Lisa Leslie to say something like that, to give her one of those, yeah, Kobe was such a monster. I was his friend, but he was such a slime ball. And then when Lisa Leslie doesn't give her one of those stories, and the black community descends on her like an avalanche, and Snoop Dogg says what he says, then she pulls another Kesha-ism. Black men are always attacking a black woman who's just doing her job. And then Oprah tries to pull a Kesha-ism with the fake tears in front of white folks. Boy, black women know how to throw on some goddamn fake tears in front of white folks. Ooh, black women. When it comes to black men, black women will turn on the black men are monsters and they're always attacking us. They will throw on those tears in a blink. Trafficking on Kisha-isms. Kisha-centric messages. Oh, right. So from this point forward, this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna call it Kisha-isms. Black women trafficking on Kisha-isms, whether they're educated or not. AB said, I just sent you a snack in an email. Okay. Right. And y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. But they're trafficking on Kesha-isms. A whole bunch of Kesha-isms when it comes to colorism. Kesha-isms when it comes to our fatherly duties or lack thereof. Kesha-isms when it comes to DV or protection. Kesha-isms when it comes to quote unquote femicide. Kesha-isms when it comes to black men leaving black women for white women. Kesha-isms about black men hating black women. All of these people are trafficking on Kesha-isms. Right? And this is good. Kesha want to be white women. White women want to be white men. Black men just want peace. Couldn't say it better. Vulcan. Oh, lower expectations. For those of you too young to remember Mad TV, Mad TV used to have a segment every once in a blue where they would talk about lower expectations. And it'd be like weirdo people that's also looking to be in relationships and they're dating. And it was like online dating before there was online dating. It was like video subscription thing that you would, it's like what our like older Xer like weirdos would engage in, right? And so lower expectations was pretty much like weirdo people looking to date other weirdo people. And so they would be advertising themselves. And lower expectations was like a segment where they would talk about what these people hangups were and what was wrong with them. And like, it was just a funny, look it up on YouTube. Just type in Mad TV lower expectations and you're going to crack up. Right? Oh yeah, Susan Rice threatening Snoop Dogg. Right? Susan Rice was going to have to get me off. I'm sorry. Susan Rice was gonna have to get me off because yeah, Mr. Z would have been missing. That's all. And L, let me actually read the comment. And Ezreal says, don't forget Susan Rice, who was the secretary in the White House, right? So, you know, these Kesha-isms are allowed to run the yard. And now they're being challenged. Now they're being challenged. And now black women are overplaying their hand. That's the problem. Black women are overplaying their hand to the point where even white people are being like, okay, all right now, all right. White men coming out. Do you have to throw black men under the bus? Why can't you just love who you love? White women coming out. This black woman is using black man stereotypes against black men. Uh-oh. White men like Rollo Tomasi coming out. You hear how black women are talking about black men dancing on Kevin Samuel's grave. Y'all overplaying your hand. Dear black women, I've said this before. The reason why what you're doing won't work for you is because you've been doing it for 5 decades at least. 4 decades if you want to be kind, but at least 5 decades. The reason why you're trying to lob nukes and it doesn't have the same effect is because this is what happened when you're not a student of history. Dear black women, you're not students of history. Not most of you. The Kim Fosters know better, right? Kim Foster knows better, but not Chrissy, not Yanni, not Paris. Juicy knows better. Khadijah knows better. All those negative stereotypes you're going to try to throw at, but it won't work because you've been saying it for at least, if we're being super kind, at least 4 decades. Right? At least. So all the negatives, it just won't work. And so what's happening is that you're overplaying your hand. And even white folks are getting tired of hearing y'all stuff. You imagine trying to appeal to white men? You imagine dancing on, whatever ill fate or ill situation happens to black men? Whatever negative thing that befalls black men, you're dancing on that negative thing. You're glad, you're celebrating it to the point where even white men who you're coveting are cringing. Even they're like, ugh. You because what you think, this is what black women think. They think they're gonna be able to explain it away to white men. What you have to understand is like, the way black men treat us in the black community. So, I get it. I understand why, these black women dance on Terry Nichols' grave. I understand why they dance on Kevin Samuel's grave. I understand why they dance on Toby's grave. I get it. It's the way black men talk about us and treat us in the colorism and the DV. You don't get it. Don't try to tone police us. I get why they danced on Kobe Bryant's grave. I get why they were wishing death on Jamie Foxx. I get why they're making fun of young Jeezy breaking up with Ginny Mai and the divorce. I get it. You don't get it. You don't get it, Brad. You don't get it, Becky. You don't get it, Brad. And all of that is excuses to do what they're doing now. Every misfortune that befalls black men or a black man, they celebrate it. That's where we are now. Terry Nichols, and it really, they've taken this reality TV show thing way too far. Now, Terry Nichols passes. They start to dig through his social media. They see one or two comments from like 7, 8 years ago. They ignore all the super pro black comments he made recently. Go back 7, 8 years ago, and then focus on that. So let me get this right. He was in the Bay Area. He made certain comments. Y'all focus on that from 7, 8 years ago, but not when he moves to the South and see what racism really look like, what anti-blackness really looks like, and he's pro-black. Oh no, y'all don't focus on that. Nope, nope. And so you use comments the man made when he was in his early 20s to dance on his grave. Meanwhile, Lawrence Smith-Field likes a comment that says, hey, if you see me with a white guy or something along those lines, you see me with, I remember I tried with you Negroes or something like that, right? And she did that way more recent than 7, 8 years ago. And black men, for the most part, don't dance on a grave. We use that as a cautionary tale. Asia Maynard, we use that as a cautionary tale. All right, y'all keep on messing with them brads. Y'all not vetting the brads. Y'all keep vet all men. Y'all not vetting the brads. Dear black women, we grew up with you. Stop. You know black women be talking like they don't know, like we don't know them. It's not that there's a difference, black women. You get to not really know black men and use all the negative stereotypes. Black men don't have the luxury of not knowing black women. Our moms are black women. Our sisters are black women. We don't have the luxury. Okay, Detroit, thank you. I tried my best with you coloreds. Right? So the Kisha-isms have black women out here taking life or death chances with brads that they don't vet. And then when Chad Wheeler uppercuts you, then you looking at black men like, why weren't you up there? Y'all are making fun of her, are we? Or are we just telling y'all not betting the brads? Y'all are not. Dear black women, we know you. You're not. You're not vetting Juan. You know how we know you're not vetting Juan? Because Juan tells us you're not vetting Juan. Uh-oh. Juan tell us when after y'all do what y'all did on lunch break, Juan comes back and tell us, by the way, dear black women, dear black women, but you use the Kisha-isms, vet all men. Oh, yawn. Black men are the least loyal. Black men are the least loyal men in America. Black men are the least loyal people in America. First of all, loyal to who? What are you, a slave owner? Ah, you think you're a slave owner. Number one. Number two. Have you ever seen what that interracial marriage rate is for American-born Asian men? No, you do not. Do you know what the interracial marriage rate is for Latino men, even though Latino is not a race? No, you do not. Do you know what the interracial marriage rate is for indigenous men? No, you do not. But you know black men are the least loyal men in America. Why? Because Dr. Umar Johnson said it? Indigenous men interracial marriage rate is above 50%. Uh-oh. American-born Asian men interracial marriage rate is what, 30 some odd percent? 39, 36 something percent? Uh-oh. Latino men's interracial marriage rate 26%. Black men's interracial marriage rate 24%. Huh. Whoops. Now, will you look at that? Least loyal, right? The most disloyal men. Really think y'all be saying something. Promise you think you be saying something. But, once again, when your Kisha-isms are allowed to propagate unfettered throughout society, well, you start smelling your own farts, and you start thinking your farts smell like roses. Smells like perfume. Really expensive perfume. You take it for granted that the Kesha-isms are fact. That's all. They take it for granted. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. They take it for granted that the Kesha-isms are facts. Right? K dot, they don't even really vet black men. It's a bunch of cap. They just like what they like. Dear black women, it's okay. You like what you like. You want to have sex with what you like. And to hell with what you don't like. Right? And K dot says they will never vet all men, quote unquote vet all men. They only vet black men. No, black women don't vet no man. The black women that don't vet no man. They just like what they like. If it's a swagged out, tatted up white dude, they like what they like. If it's a square ass white dude, they like what they like. If it's a tatted up brother, they like what they like. If it's a tatted up Latino, they like what they like. If it's a square white dude or a square brother, they just like what they like. There's nothing wrong with that. And then whatever the outcome is what the outcome is. It's on the other side of the vet all men. You're not stop. You like what you like, and you're willing to go through it until you go through it. That's all it is. You find what you find attractive. You try to make it work with what you find attractive. And when it don't work with what you find attractive, now you're mad at the world. Right? BGS is correct. Your primary concern is not stability and resources. Your primary concern is what get that shiny wet. You hope what gets that shiny wet also has the resources. But if he doesn't, you're trying to hold on long enough, pray and knock on wood, and then, nag him and chastise him, hoping one day he get the money. And if he goes too long without getting it, then you'll drop him and go try again. And then next time it might be with another man just like him, or it might be with a square. Right? And you'll give the square a chance, and then you'll cheat on the square with the same type of guy. Goddamn, Mr. Z. It might be with a white dude. But the thing with women like what they like. They find attractive what they find attractive. Right? Especially in this environment where they could go out and work and provide for themselves. Women like what they like. And if they're not going to be, even if they're going to be poor and destitute, if they're not going to be poor and destitute for picking the wrong guy, they'll pick the wrong guy every day. And can we even really call it the wrong guy? You picked who you wanted. You had sex with who you wanted. You enjoyed that sex. It was great. That's great. Right? It's just that guy, right, who's able to play basketball every other day, don't really got no money like that. He's fit. He either got a washboard abs or he got a six-pack. Right? Like it's the stereotypical thing, right? Okay, you're in your mid to late 20s. The guy doesn't have a job worth a damn, or the job that he does have doesn't really pay him that much. He has some free time on his hands. He goes and plays basketball. He's fit, tall brother, charismatic or charismatic enough, and he make up for not paying certain bills at the house with good dick. Okay, and you're okay with that until you're not okay with that. And then when you're not okay with that, is black men are dusties and black men this and black men that. You're not okay with it when you feel a certain way after you go on your little outing with your homegirls. You go on brunch, and then your homegirl pulls up with the red bottoms. Oh damn. Uh-oh. When your homegirl puts her Louis bag in the empty seat next to y'all. Yikes. Right? That's when you feel a certain way. That's when black men ain't ish and black men are dusties. Meanwhile, your homegirl got a black man too. Uh-oh. Your homegirl pull up with a piece of clothing or some shoes or a bag, and oh girl, where'd you get that from? Oh, such and such bought it for me. Wait a minute, Z bought it for me. Uh-oh. Ooh, girl, I like that blouse. Oh yeah, Z picked it out and paid for it. Uh-oh. See, you saying black men are dusties. Meanwhile, Miss Z got Mr. Z. And last time I checked, looking at Mr. Z's wrist, Mr. Z's a black man. Yikes. But don't let that get in the way of, your Kesha-ism. Don't let that get in the way of a good story. Cool story, bro. Right? These Kesha-isms got y'all looking crazy now because you got to run the yard and propagate your Kesha-ism practically unfettered for at least 4 decades if we're being extremely kind. And now, and it's not even that your Kesha-isms are really getting any pushback on mainstream yet. Your Kesha-isms are being challenged on social media in the internet, and y'all don't know what to do. Now y'all going full on scorch earth extreme. Abort black male babies. Goddamn. So what you're really saying without saying it is, if I can't spread lies about you, if I can't use white racist society to make you do what I want you to do, then why are you even here? Let's not even have you born. Well, damn. If I can't be insufferable, can't make it work with black ADOS men, so I go to the Caribbean and find me and throw myself on some young, desperate Caribbean man who's LGBTQ, and then it doesn't work out with him. If I can't go around saying, oh, I didn't know he was secretly gay, if I can't say that without it being challenged, like you couldn't pick up on the signs, the dude walks like this and he speaks like that. Look at all the other Jamaican men around him. None of them act like that. You couldn't tell? Look at all the other Jamaican men that wouldn't let you talk to them a certain way. You couldn't tell? There's so many successful single Jamaican men. You couldn't end up with one of them? Oh wait, they. Oh yeah, I forgot. Wait, they think they run things because they run things. So once straight black men start to challenge your narrative of, oh my god, it's an 18-wheeler and it just sideswiped me. I didn't see it coming. It just sideswiped me. This whole DL secretly gay thing. Black men are secretly gay. Once straight black men start challenging that, your Kisha-ism, abort black male babies. Ain't that right? Once black men start saying, wait a minute, you think it's your skin tone? Have you ever considered it's your weight? Uh-oh. Have you ever considered it's your hygiene? Yikes. Dark Vulcan said that time he walked in, you walked in on him and he was wearing your shoes. Right? So instead of you saying it could be your hygiene or your weight or your attitude, once again, or your attitude, one more again, or your attitude, you say it's your skin tone. Well, damn. It's not the way you speak. It's not the way you act. It's none of that. It's not that you have really not much to say. All you want to talk about is some reality TV show stuff. Your conversation is trash outside of the flirting and, whispering sweet nothing in each other's ears on the phone. Outside of that, your conversation is absolute dumpster trash. You're not charismatic whatsoever. Oh, I forgot, it's the men that's supposed to be charismatic. The women are just supposed to be there. Remember, everyone, these are the women that tell you you got to become likable now. Women that if we're not talking about some reality TV show stuff, they don't have nothing to say. If we're not talking about some type of celebrity gossip, they have nothing to talk about. Are the people that told you you got to become likable now. Yeah, that's it. These are the women that are as interesting as a cardboard box, but they think you're the one who has to become likable now. Right? You. Right? You have to become likable. But once again, when their Kesha-isms are allowed to just run amok, run wild, unchecked, not being fact checked, then they buy into their own hype. They smell their own farts. They think their farts smell like perfume. Right? Black men are not going to Europe to find wives. Black men are fine. Well, it's because Europe has all the money. Eastern Europe. Have you ever heard of Eastern Europe? Right? The Greek economy and the Italian economy are not doing that well. Have you ever heard of the Mediterranean? Southern Europe? No, no. Okay, brother could go wipe up everything going on in Greece and Italy and around that Mediterranean area. No? Okay. Could go to Georgia, not the state, the country, right? Lithuania, all that old Soviet bloc. Oh wait, they're racist. Oh wait, I thought y'all said black men don't care whether white women are racist or not. Then why aren't we in Eastern Europe trying to chase over every? Wait, Eastern European women don't got no money like that, and they're anti-black. So why aren't black men over there? Why are black men in places with women with melanin? Brazil, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, all over the continent of Africa. in Southeast Asia, right? Better yet, South Asia. No, not so much South Asia. So places with women of color, mainly the Caribbean, Brazil, Central America. Wait, why aren't black men going to Argentina? Oh, you mean the country that purged all their white people? I mean, excuse me, purged all their black people. The country that purged all of their black people. If black men really were chasing after white women, why didn't we go to Argentina? Why aren't we going to Argentina? They speak Spanish, right? If it's all about being around the Latinos and the Latinas, right? Why aren't we going to Argentina? Oh, wait, because we're not chasing after white women. Why aren't we going to Western Europe? Because we're not chasing after white women. Why aren't we going to Eastern Europe? Because we're not chasing after white women. Remember, that's why y'all started saying preference and exoticals instead of just saying white women. Y'all used to just say, oh, black men want white women. Then it became clear black men don't really care about no goddamn white woman like that. So y'all had to be honest. Okay, with exoticals and your preference. So what about all the black men whose preference is Lupita, is Kelly Rowland, is Bria Miles, right? And yeah, brother, you was right. Tiana Taylor and the other one that we were mentioning from they cloned Tyrone. Ed is 100% right about black women in these Kisha-isms speaking as if black men are stiff arming, pushing away all of the Kelly Rowlands and all of the Bria Miles and all of the Keshas from Belly, right? We're tackling those women to move them out the way to end up with Honey Boo Boo, to end up with Roseanne, right? To end up with Lisa Lampanelli, however you pronounce her name, I can't remember, right? To end up with Barbecue Becky, if y'all remember how she looked. Ugh. Tiana Paris, thank you, Spain Man. We're tackling Tiana Paris so we could end up with Lisa Lampanelli. Goddamn, her last name, right? We'll push over Kelly Rowland so we could end up with Roseanne. I'm talking about her look, not what she was actually in GC. But you're right. You're right, by the way. And GC says, Tiana slave play Paris. Nope. Right? If you ever watch the interview with the actors and actresses from that and you see the way they speak, boy, they act like it's not that that's not the central premise of the play. Oh boy. Right? Yeah, Lisa Lampanelli is rich. Yeah, she used to date a black man. She's currently married to a white man, or last time I checked, she was married to a white man. Right? And Karine says Lisa Lampanelli is rich though. True. But we have to be honest that these Kesha-isms got black women sounding crazy because they're speaking as if all of these Kesha-isms are correct. And because they weren't necessarily challenged over the past few decades, and black women got to run the yard with the conversation for the past few decades, and with all of this negative propaganda about black men secretly gay, black men will leave you for a white woman once they get money. If they ever get money, they're bums and losers, and they're horrible fathers, and they're horrible husbands, and they're horrible baby fathers, and they're horrible boyfriends, and they're homophobic, transphobic, right? They're homophobic, transphobic, colorists, featurists, texturists, predators who commit femicide. Meanwhile, Rhoda gets to play y'all because she know y'all believe. The Somali gets to play y'all using Kisha-isms. Well, damn. She gets to play y'all using Kisha-isms and got $40,000 out of it. Over 40,000. From my understanding, she can't touch the money right now because of all, the hoopla. And there you go. But why wouldn't she? Why wouldn't she take advantage of the fact that so many black women have bought into and believe all of their Kisha-isms? Right? It's no longer just about getting the money from white folks for propagating racist, anti-black male stories. We're not even there anymore. Black women actually believe this now. Y'all let Carly Russell play y'all. Y'all let Jesse Smollett play. We knew, and let's be very clear. What is slightly wrong about what Dave Chappelle said, it wasn't black people that knew better. Let me be very clear. Black straight men knew better. Goddamn, Z. Because black women were going along. Yeah, you Jesse Smollett. Yeah, they racist and they threw bleach on him and black straight men, because we knew it was gonna be called homophobic, were real quiet. Yeah, that shit ain't true. I don't know. I don't believe that shit. Wait, what? In Chicago? What time? How cold was it? Huh. And so that we wouldn't be called homophobic, and we wouldn't be told that we're blaming the victim, we were quiet. Well, damn. Huh. But the Kisha-isms, though, right? Kareen, Kareen says, I know they happy about Jeezy and Jenny Mai, but listen, Kareen, they are all over social media dancing. Oh, they're having a good old time. They are enjoying, they are having a grand old time dancing. And once again, it's black women dancing on the misfortunes of black men. They don't use it as a cautionary tale. They use it to dance on black men. Once again, Lauren Smith Fields, Asia Maynard, black men, Chad Wheeler. Black women, y'all talking too loud, y'all being too loud with this. Cautionary tales. And are we gonna poke some fun? Yeah, we're gonna poke some fun. Of course we are. Cautionary tales. That's not what black women are doing. any misfortune of black befalls a famous black man, especially one with a non-black spouse, all black women are dancing. Did Kanye say anything negative about black women? Y'all dancing, y'all dancing. Jeezy, did he say anything negative about black women? Don't matter, y'all dancing. Kobe Bryant, did he say anything negative about black women? Don't matter, y'all dancing. So it don't have to be a Kevin Samuels story. It don't have to be a Kevin Samuels. Any famous Jamie Foxx, did he say anything negative about black women? He played a character, and y'all use that to try to bury him with. So you don't have to be a Kevin Samuels for black women to dance on your grave or your misfortune. You don't have to be a Terry Nichols. You don't have to be a Toby. What's his name? I can rest in peace, Toby. I don't remember how to pronounce your last name. Right. So yeah, Karine, they happy about Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. Did Jeezy say anything negative about black women? Black women? No. Did he try to cover for his girlfriend / wife when everybody threw in his face? You remember what she said about the dark meat and the white meat, right? Of course he did. But did he? And that would have been a perfect time to try to throw black women under the bus. Did he? No. Does it matter? Nope. Right? But Jeezy's celebrating. But Jeezy's divorcing Jeannie Mai. So what are they celebrating for? It didn't work. Right? Jeezy didn't even try to pull a Tika Sumter and try to do well, why can't we be happy? And when black women do it, Jeezy didn't even try to pull that. Understand, black men don't even try to pull what black women pull when they end up with non-black women. They don't even try to pull why can't I just be happy? I love who I love. They don't even try to pull that. Most of the times, them Negroes are super quiet. Kanye even know better than to try to pull it. But it don't matter. It's the fact, because they see you as their property. So the fact that you have the unmitigated gall to be a rich black man, not married to a black woman, is an offense unto itself. That's the offense. How dare you be rich and now try to marry what's her face from Precious? How dare you not try to marry, and not just a black woman? No, let's be clear. We've moved on past that. You can't just be married to a black woman. You got to be married to at least a dark skin. Okay, she don't got to be heavy set. You better be married to at least a dark skin black woman, because now light skinned black women don't count. Racially ambiguous black women don't count. Remember how they got on Kendrick when they saw how Kendrick's wife looked? Uh-oh. Right? It don't matter he making the sweeter the berry. It don't matter he making songs like that. Don't matter. Right? So it's about dancing on the misfortune of black men. That's what it's about. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. Once again, these women are miserable, y'all. And the ones that aren't single and miserable, they just get off on the gossip. That's why I brought up the reality TV show stuff earlier. They just get off on the gossip. This is reality TV for them. That's why that's all they could ever talk about is what's going on social media, who done broke up with who's dating who's having sex with who. Then they want to talk about reality TV shows. You saw the fight between such and such and such and such, or you heard such and such called such and such a roach, or you heard such and such made fun of such and called such and such a monkey. That's all they could talk about. Ask them about the Ukraine right now. Don't know nothing. Nothing. The US dollar right now and de-dollarization, don't know anything. The Hunter Biden potential trial, don't know anything. All these geriatric Congress members, damn, they're about to die. We don't know who's going to replace them. They don't know anything. DeSantis and Greg Abbott taking immigrants and shipping them to Democratic liberal-led cities, don't know anything. AOC pretty much reneging on a whole bunch of shit that she said before she ever became a politician, don't know anything. The questions on what about if Trump really does win the Republican primary, but he's in jail? How is that supposed to work? Don't know anything. Right? China and the U.S. in the middle of a goddamn trade war, and China looking like they're taking some serious hits. Don't know anything. Japan started to militarize a little bit because of China. Don't know anything. Lowering birth rate all across Asia. Don't know anything. In America and all across Western Europe. Don't know anything. Eastern Europe already got a crap birth rate. Don't know anything. The African countries that's kicking the French out don't know anything. Right? They don't know anything about none of those things. Nothing. Right? Nothing. Do they even know about the repeal of affirmative action? Do they even know the ins and nope? But like Detroit said, but they know the decenter black men though. They know that much. Right? They know that much. Decenter men, decenter black men specifically, they know that much. Right? And these are the people who use their little Kisha-isms to go at black men, to insult black men, to belittle black men, to try to go at the image of black men, the reputation of black men. Right? And they just don't know how to respond to an environment where black men get to respond. And that's for young black women that just turned 19 yesterday, all the way to your 60-year-olds, your 65-year-olds. They do not know how to respond. Oh, we're gonna go find this white man, and we're gonna go find this non-black man, and why do we need men anyway? That's it. You mean what y'all been saying for decades? With your veil ass threats? Thank you, King Camo. Decentering men, but every video is about men. Every video is about men or some type of gossip from social media or reality TV. Meanwhile, y'all could go through Z's whole channel. We talk about economics. We talk about what's going on, right? Politically, who's running for what. All across the black manosphere, we have all type of everything. Like I said, black brain trust, right? Code breakers, all type of things going on in the black community. I'm choosing a black community. Sorry, black manosphere. Yeah, there's a whole lot of things going on. All different type of things going on in the black community. Correct. True. Except talking about real stuff. Oops. right? The Black Manosphere is over here all different type of conversations. We got the brothers talking money. We got the brothers talking small business. We got the brothers talking politics. All associated or part of the Black Manosphere. Brothers talking entrepreneurialism all across the Black Manosphere. Meanwhile, they're over there talking about what? Femininity coaches, lifestyle and hypergamy talk, how to catch you a white man talk, reality TV show talk, social media gossip talk. Thank you, Trill. Comic book movies. Shout out to Artisan excuse me. Shout out to Artisan. Goddamn Artisan. Can I get your name out? Artisan MC. Shout out to Charles Faulkner Jr. Right? All of that. So they're doing all of this talking, spreading their Kisha-isms, by the way. And black men are talking about everything. Because black men are part of all these different industries. Black men actually have a passion for these things. Dear Paradox, Dear Paradox, like, bro, we need to do that car video, that car stream. Right? We're talking politics and geopolitics. And Eric Deadman says talking geopolitics would get you a deer in the headlights look. Man, shout out to Miss Z. Not over here. Not in the Z household. Miss Z is interested in that type of stuff too. We will pause a movie and talk about it for like 20, 30 minutes. No lie. We're both subscribed. Ms. Z and Mr. Z are both subscribed to real life lore, to polymatter, to cold fusion, all of that. Right? All of that. And sometimes Ms. Z beat me to watching this and be like, did you see this yet? Oh, I haven't seen it yet. I'll listen to it again. All right, fine. When Polymatter has his 3-part series talking about China, and we talk about it. Meanwhile, you couldn't do that with none of these people. Not interested. Boring. They will fall asleep on your ass. Visual politic and visual economic. Don't know nothing about it. Wisecrack, don't know nothing about it. Shit. What, 90% of black women vote Democrat? Are they subscribed to any one of these liberal pages? None of them. Breaking Points? Nope. None of it. The Hill? Nope. Right? None of it. Do they know about Breonna Joy Gray? No. How many black women under the age of 30 know about Dr. Cornel West? Nope. Michael Eric Dyson? Nope. Jamal Thomas? Nope. This is Revolution? Nope. The Jacobins? Nope. Y'all vote Democrat at over 90%. Do y'all know about any of these pages, whether they're progressive or liberal? No. Well, damn. The Rational National, no. Vanguard, no. Right? Kyle Kalinske, no. Rest in peace, Michael Brooks. Did y'all know about him? No. Fine, let's mention the black ones. Dr. Jared Ball, no. Jason Miles from This Is Revolution, no. Uh-oh. Tim Black, no. Nope. What's the brothers with the smaller channel? I forgot their name. They rock with Jimmy Dore. I forgot their name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Do y'all know about them? Eventually somebody gonna correct me and give the name in the comments. Would the sisters even know what I'm talking about? No. Do they even know who Jimmy Dore is? No. So your politics ain't even bolstered by anything, really. That's why if y'all were in a room with Ben Shapiro, he could light y'all ass. I don't even got to go all the way up to Ben Shapiro. I don't got to mention Candace. Oh, I don't got to mention these people. A 12th grader, a white 12, one of those edgelord 12th grader white guys could rip up a 35-year-old black woman right now in politics. Right? RB and yes, AB. Yes. That's what I was talking about. Yes. Right? Because what are your politics based off of? But you're too busy trying to propagate your Kisha-isms, so you believe your own hype, you smell your own farts. And there we go. And shout out to Go Professor. Go Professor is once again, gotta remind y'all already know. Go Professor was the first one to suggest that Mr. Z start his channel. It took me a few months, but I did. Y'all send all y'all hate mail to Go Professor. Right? And now, Go Professor, we're just speaking about the Kesha-isms, those one-liners or witticisms or old-timey wisdom crap that black women believe in, and they propagate mainly about black men. Black men are secretly on the DL. Black men, once they get on, they'll leave you for a white girl. Those type of Kesha-isms. Shout out to Edward Anderson. Ed was the one who said it on his stream yesterday, and I just, ran with it. All the colorism talk and all of those Kesha-isms. So that's what that's what we're talking about right now. Right? The Kesha-isms. And y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat, and that's what we're going over. All the little, supposed wisdom that comes from certain black women, that's mainly negative stereotypes about black men that never get fact checked. They're never scrutinized. They're never turned over to see how much of it is accurate, if it's at all accurate. What's the details is just assumed to be correct. To the point where, oh, he said, don't forget 4C hair. Yeah, we're not into the kinky curly 4C hair, right? We like the long stringy stuff. All of the one-liners that really are just negative stereotypes about black men and their preferences and what they like and what they don't like and who they like and who they don't like and who they protect and who they won't protect. Cold piece in accepting all hate mail. AI will forward it to 976. Nope. Right. And so that's all we're covering, and just going over all of the negative stereotypes that have been allowed to be, propagated throughout the black community and throughout larger society, coming from black women, over the past 4 and 5 decades. And now that we have social media and the internet, and these women got to deal with the fact that we've democratized the town square, they don't really know how to respond. So it's abort black male babies. That's their response to the democratization of the town square because of social media and the internet. Right? And I was part of my diatribe just now, or my rant just now, was the fact that black men in the black manosphere talk about everything, right? We talk about everything. We discuss everything. We debate everything. We talk about the progression of black men in a vacuum without discussing black women. And this goes to AB's point. We covered college football and video games on the Coliseum last night. Oh yeah, that's another thing. We talk about video games, right? Mr. Z can't wait for Forza. Y'all have no idea. The new Forza coming out. Mr. Z can't wait. The whole reason I'm buying the Xbox is for the new Forza, right? And I missed the train on I wasn't gonna get a new PlayStation. I missed the train on Final Fantasy 16. So guess what Mr. Z is gonna do? Maybe by the end of this year, beginning of next year, I'm gonna buy a PlayStation 5, then turn around and go find the exclusive copy of Final Fantasy 16, and then have to spend how much more, because they're gonna mark it up on eBay or wherever I could find it, on Amazon for whoever's selling it, and pay that high ass markup price just so I could have it. Wait, that's video games. That's not woman related. God damn, Mr. Z, you messing up. Aren't you supposed to say gynocracy, gynocracy, gynocracy? Spain Man, I have not seen it yet. We'll be doing it. Right? One of my homies saw it. Well, actually, my best friend saw it, and he was like, it's a pretty good movie. Right? And that's just saying, like, in the black manosphere, we don't have these, like, would be Tyronisms. That's what it would be called. Right? Tyronisms. But we just assume what we're saying is 100% correct, and it's really based off of some negative stereotype about black women that we try to propagate throughout society. In Abandon says, One Piece live anime. I watched the interview with them, where they were randomly, like, they were pulling questions out of a box, right? And they were good. I don't think there was one question they weren't able to answer, right? So those actors and actresses are like, is one girl, they really got in the muck with it. They really know all the answers. They really know them, right? And as a person who's currently watching One Piece, well, I haven't watched One Piece. I gave it a rest for the past 7-8 months because I ran up right on the dubbed, English dubbed, and like they just started doing it. Well, not just, but they've put a bunch of more dub stuff out. So I gotta hurry up and catch up. And yes, Mr. Z can do the English subbed. I don't have a problem reading. The problem is I watch these usually when I'm eating. And so, looking down, eating your food, and looking back up, and you already missed the whole goddamn sentence. So, yeah. Charles said, black men don't even get an ism. We're just dusty, and what we say is just dust. And there you go. Right? But on that note, look, Z gotta go do things. And like I told y'all, even though y'all seen me been streaming, you know, I'm dealing with something heavy, right? So yeah, we're still gonna bring you our streams, and we're still gonna bring you our videos, but I'm dealing with something a little heavy right now. So um, I gotta go handle that real quick. And yeah, so we will pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. The Black Manosphere show of the week starts in a little bit, right? Okay. Roger said, I'm about to hit your line. Okay. Um, and shout out to the Roger Report, right? So yeah, y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content. The Black Manosphere show of the week is starting in an hour and about 20 minutes. So y'all go ahead and check that out. Right. And yeah. And after that, go check out other non-Black Manosphere content, so y'all don't sound like these people who think that whatever we say is just the way it goes, and we just assume that we're factually correct, right? Because of the way we feel about a situation. Yawn. Right. So we'll end it out there. Okay, and the Roger Report is doing the Black Manosphere show of the week, right? So for me, for Eastern time, it's 7. For Central time, it's 6, right? For Western time, what's that for y'all? Like 5, 4, something like that? So 6 p.m. Central time, right? Black Manosphere show of the week. The Roger Report is doing the Black Manosphere show of the week, right? And Trell said, take care of you and Miss Z. The internet ish ain't life, my G. I hear you. I hear you. True. Okay, talking about Miss Z. The message. I've been summoned, everyone. I've been summoned. All right, everyone. Talking about Miss Z. All right, y'all. So yeah, y'all keep on sending y'all prayers, and that's the end of that. And Mr. Z out. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Y'all go check out Raj in about an hour and some change. Black Manosphere show of the week, the Roger Report. All right, everyone. Mr. Z out.